What is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to That to Shoot. This is my weekly show where I talk about what's going on in the world of professional wrestling, unless it's predictions. And with back-to-back Sundays of NXT Takeover and Elimination Chamber, the last two episodes have been predictions. Now, last week I was great. I was 5-1 on my NXT Takeover Vengeance Day predictions. The only one being I asked an extra question as I'm doing this year. This year, not only am I predicting the matches, I'm also asking a question. And I asked the question: will there be a debut on NXT Takeover Vengeance Day? And there was. LA Knight, better known as Eli Drake, but LA Knight showed up on the right before the show, on the preview show. So on the kickoff show, excuse me. So had to take that as a loss. My record between the Royal Rumble and NXT Takeover Vengeance Day are 10-3. So let's see what happens with now the elimination chamber. So as of right now, we have 5 matches. Another one was announced. The 6th match was announced a couple of weeks ago, but that was Lacey Evans battling Asuka for the Raw Women's title. But Lacey Evans is now pregnant. She will obviously not be wrestling, so who knows if that match will even go on or what happened or something like that. I could use that for my question. Will Asuka, will they replace Asuka and things like that? I could use that, but I decided to go in a different direction. So right now, we're just gonna go with the 5 matches that we know are going to happen, and of course we have the 6th question prediction. So let's start off with a match that was made last night on SmackDown. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, the women's tag team champions, going up against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. We are obviously heading down a road where we are going to have Sasha Banks take on Bianca Belair for the um, for the for the SmackDown Women's title. It just seems that way. Unless they're gonna do a total big swerve at some point and put the title on Carmella. With having Reginald being in all of this, Jimmy Jam and everything like that, which I wouldn't mind seeing. But I think we're heading down the Sasha Banks Bianca Belair way. Um, but this obviously makes sense. Um, I think Sasha, they would not have put Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax on NXT, so that Dakota Kai and Regina Gonzalez could interact with them if they wasn't going to do the match. Excuse me. So I think this is an easy one. I think Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax retain. So with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Okay, so actually, here's what I'm going to do actually now, because I see one of the things I have now is the United States Championship match between Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. Keith Lee has been off TV because his now fiance Mia Yim contracted COVID-19, and so he quarantined with her so that he could things like that. But then there's some talk about maybe Keith Lee being injured, and then there's also talk about there's now lacking Keith Lee. So who knows what is going to happen in this match? Is it going to be a triple threat match? Is it going to stay? Is it going to become a one-on-one match? You know, who knows? So but I have it down here, and I have it down here to be predicted. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to add back Oscar. What I'm going to say is the Raw Women's Championship match. And here's what it is. I did this last year. If a match that I predicted doesn't happen, then that prediction will be null and void as well. So I'll predict this match, Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, and if it doesn't happen, then you know, then I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna happen. I'm gonna have it. Same thing. I'm going to predict a Raw women's. I'm not going to predict Asuka versus Lacey Evans because that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to predict a Raw women's title match and do something like that. So just right after this. So, the triple threat match, United States Championship. I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley's been on a roll. I don't know why. And maybe this still could be the case, but I promise you, I don't know why Bobby Lashley right now isn't in line against Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. They booked him like this, and maybe they're waiting for after WrestleMania to do so. But I think Bobby Lashley's ready. I think Bobby Lashley would be a great 2 or 3 month battle for Drew McIntyre. Him having to overcome Bobby Lashley, and things like that, and that hurt lock. So, for the United States Triple Threat match, I am selecting Bobby Lashley. So, like I mentioned, the Raw Women's Title match was supposed to be Asuka versus Lacey Evans. Again, who knows if it's going to happen? Who knows if they're gonna have another match? I'm not sure. But what I'm gonna predict again, and if this match doesn't happen, then this prediction doesn't matter. But I'm gonna say that they are gonna do a Raw Women's Championship match. Asuka will defend against somebody, and I'm gonna say that there will be a new Raw Women's Champion. I would say that someone will come out being the new Raw Women's Champion. And what I thought they were going to do was I thought they were going to go down the I thought they were going to go down the road of having Lacey Evans beat Asuka for the title, and then Lacey Evans would face Charlotte at WrestleMania 37. Now I think this is a perfect time to do a Raw Women's Elimination Chamber match, right? Do a Raw Women's Elimination Chamber match. Asuka, Peyton Royce, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Lana, and Rhea Ripley. Put the title, have it be Asuka Asuka and Flair in at the last moment. Have Flair win the Raw Women's title, and then you can head down to WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, and that could be something else. And you could even bring in the Nature Boy to be Rhea Ripley's second. Rhea Ripley ain't got to turn heel. You can do those things where maybe Rhea Ripley doesn't want, Ric Flair's thing, but Ric Flair is going to get involved somehow. You can do anything like that. Maybe you can put Ric Flair with Peyton Royce and put the title on Peyton Royce or something like that, and then have something happen in Fastlane or something. Who knows? But I think now this is the way to go. I think you have to go this way. So I am going to predict that there is a Raw. Not only is there a Raw Women's Championship match, but there will be a new Raw Women's Champion. And now to the Elimination Chambers. The first one is for a shot to face Roman Reigns directly after, for a Universal title. Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and King Corbin. To me, this could go so many ways. I mean, they could, especially after last night, they could do something where Sami Zayn barely escapes by. Roman Reigns comes out, hits him with a couple of spears, and then locks on the thing. Sami passes out. They could do that. They could easily, they could also have Jey Uso win, and Jey Uso would lay down for his brother and his cousin. Excuse me. They could do that. I don't think King Corbin's going to win. I don't think they would do something like that. Um, I think Kevin Owens thing it could obviously make sense. Well, Kevin Owens could really be beat down, and then he would, I can see that my same thing with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, maybe something like that. He would really be beat down so that Roman Reigns could get an easy victory. Um, Daniel Bryan, I think, would be an intriguing prospect, and I also think that to me, the way they've doing Cesaro makes it seem like that the obvious thing is for Cesaro to win. They've been putting on, having him put on some good shows, and putting on a good face, really pushing him. But this almost feels like that this is something for after Mania for Cesaro. This is something for this is pushing through that after WrestleMania happens, you get Cesaro versus Roman Reigns. This almost feels like this is going to be Seth Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania. The ways that they've gone down. And so Jesus, this again, this is five people. This could really be anybody. This could really be anybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say that it's. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan wins the chamber match. The winner chamber match, he'll go on and face Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns will have a particular match, and then maybe a good match, and then maybe we'll do that, and then Roman Reigns will beat Daniel Bryan there. So there you have it. For the SmackDown matches, Daniel Bryan will win the chamber match, going to face Roman Reigns, who would then obviously beat Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. The Raw Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship involves Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Kofi Kingston, replacing The Miz, who took himself out of the money, out of the Elimination Chamber match because he has the Money in the Bank contract. So why would he want to do that to himself? And on one hand, I think that is a fantastic I think that is a fantastic, theory and a fantastic move in kayfabe that would make the most sense. Most sense. But I also think that maybe that you would think that maybe what you would do if you were the Miz is that maybe you would take a dive, in the match. You would take a dive in the match, and just try to be one of the first ones out. Try to be one of the last ones out there. Take a dive in the match, and then wait your turn. But who never knows, right? Um, to me, I think this is simple. I think they could do some quick title changes. They could put the title on Sheamus and then have him win it back at Fastlane or even at WrestleMania. Same thing with Randy Orton. They could put the title on Randy Orton. I don't think Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, or Kofi Kingston are going to win it. But I'm going to stick with the favorite of Drew McIntyre. I think they're going to keep the title on Drew McIntyre, and we'll have to see who his champion is at WrestleMania. Who exactly will be the champion, the guy he will face at WrestleMania. Again, like I said, the rumors are going to be Edge and Roman for the Universal title. We don't know who the rumors are for Drew is yet. And so it could be a returning Brock Lesnar. It could be, it could be maybe Sheamus again, or who absolutely knows. But I think the WWE Championship will retain, and it will be Drew McIntyre winning the Elimination Chamber match. And the next prediction, the special question: will Miz cash in? I'm going to say no. Miz will not cash in. He will go out there and he will. I don't even know if he'll be out there. I just think he's gonna just let the world know that he's not that he's in there, but he will not cash in. If Miz cash in and becomes WWE champion, that's what I'm waiting for. And but even though even still if that happens, we're still looking at Miz and Morrison versus Priest and Bad Bunny, I believe, heading to WrestleMania. Which, by the way, hopefully we'll see Bad Bunny tonight with the 24/7 championship on Saturday Night Live. That would be very interesting, wouldn't it? Absolutely. So let's quickly go over my predictions. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax retain the women's tag team champions. Bobby Lashley retains the United States Championship match if it happens. There will be a new Raw Women's Champion if a Raw Women's Championship match happens, it was originally scheduled for Asuka versus Lacey Evans. We'll see what happens. I say Daniel Bryan wins the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. He then goes on to face Roman Reigns, in which Roman Reigns will beat Daniel Bryan. Drew McIntyre will retain in the Raw Elimination Chamber match. And Miz will not cash in his Money in the Bank contract at Elimination Chamber match. So we'll see how much I am right after tomorrow night. And what you want to do is you want to be here tomorrow night. Click that notification bell, because after Elimination match, the rapid reaction will go. I will go live where I will talk about what happened at Elimination Chamber match, give my reviews on the matches, my star ratings, things like that. You're not gonna want to miss it. So make sure you remember to click the notification bell over there on the side, so that you will be here when I do go live. And it also helps you out anytime I upload a video, you get notified. So make sure you go ahead and you do that. But until then, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you guys' predictions are. What do you think of my predictions? And all that other good stuff. Yeah, right? Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, notification bell. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. I am out. I will see you guys tomorrow night.